Hello everybody, I'm Teresa and this is Dennis. If you've been following my journey of self-care, it's what it's all about. It's becoming present on your mat today. We're going to find our Ujjayi breath. Take some deep inhales and exhales and just breathing and becoming present with right here, right now. My journey we've been taking, our first day we came to the mat, we learned our anchor. We learned how to calm our storms and how to return to our breath. We learned how to go inward, listen to our heart deeply. Now I want you to raise your hands, just lengthen your spine. Now twist it all the way over to the right and breathe and just put your gaze over your right shoulder. And then we learn to find our edge each day, breathing deeply. Return your gaze forward, come back out of this. Bring your spine up tall, lengthen it. Now take it all the way over to the left side. Now that we're listening deeply, we're becoming more present with ourselves. We're learning how truly valuable the self-care is, just of showing up for ourselves every day. Today we're going to lead our hearts with love and compassion. Bring your gaze forward. Unwind out of this. We're going to start today and coming into a twisted sage. You're going to bring your right foot all the way in towards your sit bones. Take your left foot just on the other side. Then you're going to come up tall, lengthen your spine, and twist it all the way over to your left side. Grabbing that knee, pulling it into your chest, breathing deeply over that left shoulder, and just sitting with it, seeing what arises, seeing what feelings you have, breathing deeply, noticing what you feel. I want you to take a deep inhale and let it go. Return your gaze forward. Now let's unwind out of this. Now we're going to bring our left foot in for twisted sage on the other side and bring our right foot over. Extend our spine tall and twist into it. Breathing deeply. Taking a deep breath, noticing what you feel, noticing what thoughts come up. If you have a feeling or a thought that comes up that no longer serves you, let's take a deep inhale, and with your exhale, let's simply let it go. Let's breathe. Always returning to our present moment with our breath and knowing that you got this, no matter what that is in your day. Turn your gaze forward. Let's unwind out of this. Now we're going to come on into our tabletop. We're going to take our knees underneath our hip bones, our hands underneath our shoulders, and we're going to take our torso, push it back, rock forward, just waking up our wrist this morning. Never want to do a whole lot of anything without waking up our wrist. Let's take a few circles to the right if that feels good. Then reverse it to the left. Now you can curl your toes under and push back into a hero pose. Let's come off your wrist a second. Let's set an intention for our practice. Mine is to lead with my heart and with love and kindness today for all that I do, and to be more mindful of what comes in my path. Come back into a tabletop pose. Now I want you to take your hands all the way to the left side of your mat. And you're going to step up that right foot. You can stay down on your left knee. Take a couple of circles here. We're going to start opening up that hip flexor and just sitting in with it for a minute. You can come up onto your left toes. Finding what feels good. Let's find our body's edge here. If you'd like to heel toe that right foot out, take it up a little more space. Noticing what feelings come up right here. Noticing how it feels. letting go of the day thus far. Just sink down into this and know that you have arrived. Just drop that left knee to the mat and those toes to touch. Come down on our forearms here and just opening it up. 3 deep breaths here. Being mindful of that Ujjayi breath going across the back of your throat. Knowing that it supports you in every way. Take a deep inhale, deeper than you've taken all day. Push up onto your hands. Now I want you to come back up. You're in a runner's lunge with your knee down, modified. Come up high with your arms. Breathing deep. Now open it up to the right side. Engaging that core. Breathing. Come up high with your hands again. Drop your left hand all the way to the mat. Kick up onto that left toes and peel up with your right hand all the way to the sky. Breathing deep. You got this. There's nothing we can't overcome with our breath. Drop your knee back down if you had it lifted. Bring your right hand back down to the mat. Come onto the tops of those left toes, and then we're going to push our torso back, coming into a half split here. If you need to push your right foot out for a little more space, do so. Keep a micro bend in that right knee and drop it down. You can give your toes a little massage here, touching everything with love and kindness. It begins with you. Everything begins with you. Breathing. Roll back up onto that right foot. Now come back up onto your hands. Take up space. We're going to kick our right knee back. Taking our hands over to the right side of our mat. And take our left foot all the way up. Taking up space. You know the modifications here are to remain your knee on the mat. Or come up on high onto your toes. Take up space here and let's roll it out. Waking up that hip flexor. Allowing that joint to have extra fluids going in. Letting out the bad and putting in the new. Breathing deep for yourself here. Noticing what arises. If something comes up that no longer serves you, let's take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, just simply let it go. With the lion's breath. Take your right knee to the mat. Bring your hands down to the mat. You can curl out on that toe. Give me 3 breaths here. Deep breaths. Knowing you have arrived. Knowing you're going to feel so much better when you come off this mat after pouring all that love into your cup. Take a deep inhale. Push back up onto your hands. Now we're going to push our torso back and come into that half split. Giving your outer foot a massage and loving yourself. Keeping a micro bend in that knee as you inhale and exhale and lengthen your spine and sink down into that stretch. Roll back up onto that foot. Now, you can stay down on that knee and come up high. Modified low lunge. Open it up to the left side, engaging your core. Breathing deep. Take your right hand to the mat. Come up onto those right toes and peel up with your left hand all the way to the sky. You got this. Breathing deep for yourself. Bring your left hand to the mat. Open it up, take up space. We're going to kick that left foot back, coming into our first full plank here. Modifications are to drop your knees or challenge yourself today. Come all the way to the mat. Let's chaturanga. We'll push up, baby cobra. Your gaze is right and left. Now we're going to take our hands all the way back towards our feet. We're going to take a deep inhale and exhale, waking up our whole total body here. Breathing, lifting it up. Breathing deep for yourself here. Now, drop it back down. Lifting it up one more time. You got this. Drop it back down. And lift it up. Now bring your hands to your shoulders here. We're going to push back up into a tabletop. Now we're going to kick our right leg out. Have your toes pointing down towards the mat. Just breathing here, opening it up. Now extend that foot back towards your body. Reach back with your left arm and grab what you can. And breathe. We're going to open up to our right here. Breathing deep for ourselves. Pushing out with that right leg and opening up. And if you fall, it's only yoga. We will catch you. Grab that foot and reset. Take one more deep inhale here, wherever you are, and let it go. Good job. Now extend your left leg out. Curl it in towards your body. Take your right hand, grab it. Then we're going to extend out, open it up towards our right. Breathing deep here. One more deep breath. And letting it go. Great job. Now take your hands a little bit further out from your body. Curl your toes under and take your hips all the way towards the sky, pedaling it out. If you feel like you've had the weight of the world on you, just simply let it go right here. Breathing deep for yourself. Deep inhales and exhales, pedaling it out. Finding some stillness in your dog. Pushing your torso down in between your hands. One deep breath here. Now I want you to take baby steps all the way to forward fold. Your feet are hip width apart. You're ragdolling your head down, letting it go. You can interlace your arms here. Go from right to left. Come up halfway. Drop it back down. Now we're going to fold our torso into our knees. Bring our arms up and come up like we're sitting in an imaginary chair. Utkatasana. Breathing deep for ourselves here. You got this. Now I want you to take your torso and your arms and we're going to sweep it back. The power of 3. We'll do this 3 times with our breath. 1. Come back up. 2. 3. Good job. Now I want you to stand all the way up. Get out of those legs. Bring your hands down by your side. Tadasana. You got this. You have arrived. Now, bring your hands all the way up. Interlace your fingertips. Turn them inside out. Now take it all the way over to the right. Feeling that stretch all down the left side body. Come back up. Take it all the way over to the right. Left, excuse me. It's only yoga. Come back up. Now, take your hands, interlace them behind your back. Show your chest to the sky. Take your feet hip width apart. And then take it down into a forward fold. Letting it go. Let go of the world off your shoulders. Just let it go. Breathing deep for yourself here. Release your fingertips. Come up halfway. Bend your knees and come up all the way to Tadasana. Take your hands all the way to the sky. Bring them down by your side. Take a deep breath. Now come all the way up, forward fold. Take your hands to the mat, kick it back, plank. Now I want you to take your right knee to the mat, extend it out to the side, roll over onto your right hand, and pull your left hand all the way to the sky. Modified side plank. Breathing deep for yourself here. You got this. And if you want to go into the full plank version, Dennis is demonstrating that for you. Breathe one deep breath here. Then take your left hand all the way to the mat. And we're going to take it to the left side. You can drop that left knee down. Roll it out to the side for modifications. And take your right hand to the sky. Breathing. Or you can extend that left leg out. And challenge yourself and grow here. You got this. You got this. Each time you come to the mat, you grow. Bring your right hand down to the mat to meet your left. Push up, plank. Then come all the way to the mat. Challenging yourself today. Pushing up to a baby cobra. Your gaze is right and left. Now we're going to push back into a seated position. Take your feet out as long as your yoga mat. We're going to come into a seated forward fold with a micro bend in your knees here. Come up high with your hands. Lengthen your spine. And just forward fold down into this, letting it go. As we sit on our mat today and we go inward and we listen deeply and we love deeply, we realign our chakras and we find our chi again, our true power. And then the love starts pouring out. Come back up, find your center. Now we're just going to simply bring that right foot across the left knee. Come up, one more little twist here to the right. Grabbing that right knee and anchoring it into your chest. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. Breathing deep. Let it go like a lion's breath. Bring your gaze back forward. Bring your left foot in. Gently place it over your right knee, and we're going to come up tall. And we're going to lengthen our spine and twist it all the way over to the left. Breathing deep. Knowing with each inhale and exhale, you're pouring love into your body. Return your gaze back forward. Unwind out of this. Now you can bring your knees halfway into you and your hands behind your back. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop here. We're going to feel like our heels are pulling towards our shoulders, and we're going to engage our core and push up. Breathing deep for ourselves. Knowing whatever's going on in your life right now, right here, how are you going to react to it? How are you going to respond to it? Let's take our sit bones down. Take your hands, fold them over your knees. Let's simply react with love. How would it be if we reacted to everything with love from here on out, no matter what that is? Now, bring your feet out as far as you can. We're going to come onto our backs and thread the needle here. Set up for thread the needle. Come all the way down. Take your right foot, place it gently over your left knee. And we're going to pull it all the way up, threading that needle. Pulling it into you. You can roll around from left to right, massaging that lower spine. Breathing deep love for yourself here. Challenging yourself today. knowing that we're going to lead with love and kindness and allow our heart to speak for us. Bring your left leg back down to the mat, reset. Let's set up for thread the needle on the other side. Bringing it up. All right, now bring your legs all the way back out.
Let's go ahead and come up into a seated position. We're going to do a little samavriti, or you might know it as box breath. This technique invokes oneness and equanimity in our daily lives. Without the gentle touch of another's souls, their compassion and understanding, we would all be living in hell. So to Carrie and Carol Schaff, we thank you for this beautiful spot to practice in and balance our lives with our breath, our asana, our mindfulness, and our meditation. Start by taking your right hand, placing it on your stomach, your left hand over your heart. We're going to breathe in for the count of 4, and then hold for the count of 4, and then exhale for the count of 4, and then hold. And we'll repeat this process 3 times. Begin now. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 3, 2, 1, and then hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out, 3, 2, 1, and then hold, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in through the nose and then sigh it out the mouth, lion's breath.
And guys, let's set up for the heart and soul of all yoga, Shavasana. Take your feet as wide as your yoga mat. Your palms to face up beside you to receive all the many gifts today. And I'd like to thank and honor the presence where we are right now. And when I say the heart and the soul of yoga for us, happened and started right here. And we'd like to honor that today in the space that we are in and give thanks to that and have much gratitude. And thank you, Carrie and Carol. Now close down your eyes. Release your tension in your forehead and the wrinkles. Take a deep breath. Release the tongue off the top of your mouth. And allow yourself to go inward, like a big rock going to the bottom of a pond and sinking deeply. Allow yourself to become present with you, right here, right now. Stay here as long as your day allows, breathing deeply. Take your hands to your center heart or to your third eye. The inner light in me loves and honors the light in you. Namaste.